Okay, so basically, I I made this video to show my friend what I made before I destroyed this map because, cocksuckers on this map named Blue Midnight, he broke into my home, stole my stuff, put holes in my big like empty cave that I hollowed out, this huge space. You'll see it later in the video. I basically made everything on the server. They stole my resources. When I asked if I could have some resources back, I wasn't very mad. He said he didn't have anything to do with it at the time. I asked if I could have some of the resources back so I could finish doing the community projects that I started, like getting a macerator going for the town that's automated, doing all this cool stuff. I was told no, I couldn't have it. He lied straight to my face. I was at his house when he said he didn't have anything to do with it. He told people it was okay to go in my home and take stuff and destroy my home. Pretty upset about it, I'm gonna be honest. I started to freak out. I was over to his house, was gonna stay the night. I got pissed off. I went home. I couldn't handle it. I would have freaked out and punched him right in the face. Maybe that's a little bit of an exaggeration. Anyways, um next day I got on uh a player by the name of Skanky. I'm gonna call her bitch because she called me names and she said she didn't care, so I'm gonna call her bitch. Player by the name of bitch. I needed redstone. She was the only one that had redstone at the time. I said, "Can I have some redstone, please? I'll trade." Straight to my face. Said, "You cannot have any redstone. We're not sharing with you anymore, Zach." And at that moment in time, bitch was in my home using my MFSU to charge her jetpack, which, by the way, used my resources again. So I'm starting to get really upset now at this moment. So I didn't really say I'm going to do this. I said I'm probably going to do this soon. Put an MFE or MFFE to protect my stuff, and it's going to kill people who come in my home. Because I'm sick and tired of people stealing from me. He immediately said, if you do that, I'm going to ban you. And you know what? This is my server, not his. Even though he hosts it, I'll let him host it. I don't need him to host a server for me. I currently have a server going. I'll record footage for you guys. If you guys want to play, you're welcome to. It's a legit server, not some cheap shit fucking pirated version of Minecraft. Which, by the way, they're using because they're too fucking too much of mooches to fucking buy something for themselves. They have jobs. They live with their parents, rocking that food stamps, which, they shouldn't even be able to have because they lied on whatever forms they filled out to get it. Not saying food stamps are useless, because they're certainly useful to the people that need them, but these people don't need food stamps. They live at home. Their parents make bank. Um, yeah, everything on the map was mine. I was talking to people that played on the server, getting their permission to do this. I wasn't gonna be a dick to everybody. You know, the person I talked to, he said, "Yeah, go for it. It sounds like they're being cocksuckers." So I started to do portals to the moon, not knowing that there were nukes, and I'm like, "Oh, wait a minute, nukes would be faster." I don't know if it already showed you. I'm not really watching the video right now. This is my second time recording this because Blue Midnight started to report me for using his real gamer tag, which is kind of stupid because he doesn't use that gamer tag for fucking shit. That's legit, so he can't even play with people. So, yeah. Anyways, the tower was mine. That big thing in the beginning, I needed to get a schematic, so I just started the video there so I could remake it on my server or the other servers that I play on. Yeah, that was pretty cool. I think I was gonna have it cone up. I'll show you guys when it's done on my server. I made a tower. I made that house, big hollowed room. Spent 9 hours fixing, or 48 hours digging that huge hole in my house out. 9 hours that day that I nuked the server, actually piping automated sorting to barrels. Spent hours doing all kinds of crap. 3 hours it took me to fix all the holes in my home. And when I asked for help, they refused to help me fix the shit that they caused. I'm so sick of people like this. They said that I was being a baby, and it just, to me, it doesn't make sense. They tried to play the victim when they stole from me, refused to help, refused to put forth towards the community, to the people that actually played and like lived in the town. For every 1 hour that they played, I at least had 10. Now I know that might seem like a lot, but I work at least, it's usually 8-hour days, 5 days a week. So like all my off time, I spend playing games because fuck exercising when I have to fucking run at work. Um, yeah, it's pretty stupid. I made that tower, the thing in the ocean, made my home, dug that shit out. I made a factory. I didn't start it. Most of my projects I didn't really finish. It was I know you should start something and finish it, but I just get a new idea and it's like I know what I'm gonna do with this, so I'll come back to it and I may as well work on this. I made a community mine shaft. I made a windmill with a solar garden, and I hooked everything up. I even made 2 MFSUs. I got sick of them coming to my home, so I made a second one to put in the windmill, and I started linking it to each other's houses with the power line, and it was starting to look good. Just because Blue Midnight decided to put a pipe that goes from the top of the tower straight down to the bottom. I think it was a golden conductive pipe, straight down to the bottom. He decided to say that windmill he took credit for. He took credit for getting that working, which, you know what, it already worked. I'd used it before. It just takes a bat box. If you want to convert it into EU, you can with a magma crucible. It's not hard. It's just I didn't feel like doing it. I already had power going to myself. I didn't feel like helping them. So he took credit for that. And when I was going to go, I said, I'm going to move away. I'm going to take my stuff. He said, you can't do that or we'll ban you. Can't put an MFSE or MFFE up to protect my stuff and myself. I can't take my stuff and move. Otherwise it's banned. Seems a little ridiculous to me. Made the windmill, made the mob spawners that you see. It made this sheep and wool farm with cows for leather and all kinds of stuff. All the stuff I had, it was legit. I don't know if you see it, but my gauntlet has like Soul Stealer 10, which you can't get 10 enchants, like level 10. So what I did is I got up to 100 without breaking 100, so it took really fucking long time. And I decided that it was okay to get a Soul Stealer 10 if I traded it for that shit. For 100 levels legit. No breaks, no enchanting a book at level 30. Like straight up offed myself as soon as I got 100 and put that shit on it. Portal guns I got legit. I farmed the wither skeletons for the soul shards. Even with Soul Stealer 10, it took me fucking hours, like 6 hours straight of grinding because it's so hard to get them to spawn. Just this, the stupid shit like this, it just pisses me off. He tried to play like the victim when they all ganged up on me, stole from me. I even offered help. I tried to defuse the situation. I tried to say, "Hey, I'll make mailboxes for everybody, and I'll I'll send gifts out. I'll hook up the power line to everybody's homes." And I asked for redstone so I could start doing the macerator automated, so I could double my resources to get the mailboxes going. They straight up said, "You don't get to share with us anymore. We're done with you." As they were using my shit in my home. I was moving down into that basement that you seen, and Blue Midnight just happened to be upstairs in my home using the tinker table that I made yet again. And it's to me it's a little ridiculous because he threatened to ban me when I picked it up and I was placing it downstairs. I told him it was downstairs. He called me a dick and said, "If you do stuff like that anymore, I'm gonna ban you." Cock sucking motherfucker. No joke. I hate I hate him. He's he was a friend. You know, he's one of those friends. Oh, hey, you want to hang out? I don't know. I'll call you later. He's the friend that never calls back. He's the friend that'll never give you a straight answer. And it's just ridiculous. Ridiculous. He's been spamming me texts pretty bad too about like he's freaking out over me destroying the map. He's like, "You just set me back hours and hours and hours," and then like an hour later I got another one. He said, "You know what? You didn't do jack shit cuz I backed up the map literally right before you did it," which is kind of stupid cuz I was playing for probably 40 minutes before he even before I even decided to nuke it. Because I talked to like 7 people about the situation, said if I was overreacting and whatnot. I got, I talk to people. I'm not just going to just destroy everything because I could be wrong. And typically, this is the first time I've griefed like this. I'm not a griefer. I'm going to be honest. Anyways, uh, yeah, that's the gist. Um, yeah. I thought about getting back on the server, the new server that they're hosting. They're trying to do it through a different IP, and it's like you can't keep me out. You're on the hacked version. I can just clock into your account, op a bunch of accounts, clock out of your account, or stay on it for all I care. Spam nukes everywhere, and I'm not gonna do it because it's just gonna make everything worse. But yeah, Blue Midnight can suck it, bitch can suck it. Oh, almost forgot. He said that I was no longer friends with anybody on the map and said that I had mental issues. I mean, it just does not, to me, make sense, any of this. I mean, it was like 1 o'clock in the morning when he said that I'm no longer friends with anybody that played on the map because these were people I played with in real life. And honestly, he makes the call of who wants to be friends with me or who I get to be friends with. That's just a little controlling and obsessive. It doesn't make sense. Cheated the bedrock in my doors because I didn't want them breaking in, but they still broke in through the walls. Uh, well, that was my rant while you watch this grief. Uh, Let me know in the comments if you would have done the same thing or what you would have done differently. I would really enjoy hearing some feedback. Unless it's Blue Midnight or bitch or bitch's boyfriend. Rice cake. Anyways, that's that. There is no personal information in this video, so if you think about reporting it, think again. Go fuck yourselves. Except for the viewers. You're great. But everybody else can go fuck themselves. Bye.